Okay, in the last session we have seen how to query the accounts information from SuccessFactor and then writing to file and and also we have seen how we can look up the accounts. We have read file and then after that we have grouped the records based on the company and then we verified it whether account is exist or not. If account is exist, no need to do any actions, and if account is not exist, then we need to go and create the accounts. So we have to create a account. First we need to configure the Salesforce connector. So let's try to configure the Salesforce connector for creating an account, because since account is not available. So let's go for send. Let's select this and then click on plus. We have to always use the import wizard. For almost all application connectors, we have to use the import wizard. Select the connection and then click on next, and then you can see account create option. Yes, we wanted to create. You can see the what and all other operations you can perform it. And now I wanted to create it. Okay, click on next. Take everything default. Yes, profile has been imported. You can see only request profile has been imported. And you need to see what is the response profile. So for response profile, once you run the process, then you'll get to know how the response will be looks like. Let me check whether I have any sample responses or not. Okay, we can directly click on save and close. Go for, you can see all the multiple fields. We need to map these accounts with this flat file profile, because we are getting the data from the SFTP server in flat file profile, and that we need to map it to flat file profile. This flat file will be converted into an XML profile and then the data will be passed to Salesforce. Click on plus. As a source profile, we need to select the flat file profile, contact, upload flat file, and then the XML file here and SF account create request. So for the account name would be a company name. And other things you can pass a first name and last name, where is the okay email. Right. You can pass address information. Next, You can just pass concatenation of both. What is the delimiter? Delimiter is a space. No space comma. So how we need to map, whether you need to do concatenation, all these things will be, they'll be specifying one document, mapping document. In the mapping document, they'll be specifying what conditions you need to put here. While you're mapping the data, while mapping the field from source to destination, what and all you need to do the manipulation, these manipulations will be specified in a mapping document. We have multiple phones here. Okay, we have only one phone here. So we can map the mobile phone number or phone number, whatever it is. So what we are getting here, work phone, home phone, all the phone numbers we have it. So we can map the mobile phone number here. We have facts, whatever the matching fields are, we can just map it accordingly. The description, we have mapped the description. For active, we just set value called true. Set a value 1. Let's see on this whether what is the type of data type for this active field. Click on data format. You can say it's character. You can just put true. This is the way how you can hardcode the values. Like let's say if I directly map description here, right? In case if my description is not coming, in the source field, the source profile, if my description is not coming, then it will take the default value as a true. If in case my description is coming, then it won't map the true. Whatever the description is coming, same thing will take. I think that will be sufficient. We can map this thing. Let's see if there any other field first name. Email, title, there is no matching at least. Okay. We can this thing, this field will be sufficient. Let's one thing here is, okay, let's run this one first. Click on test. Select the atom and click on run test. Okay, I think process ran successfully, and each and every time it execute. Let's see how many documents it went here. 3 documents it went. 3 documents it went. Let's see what was the responses we got for 3 documents. One is a booming incorporation. And next one is customer one. But why I did not get connection data? Just to get it, let's verify here. Go for accounts. Supposed to get either error or go for all accounts. I think you can see here. One was this is the one, and the other one would be this is the other one. So now we are able to create an account. So get into one account. So we can see the name and active also set to true. Address has been updated. Tax has been updated. Then we have given one more thing on mobile number somewhere. In the phone, we may need to map the phone to some other field. Phone is not mapped here, but tax is mapped here. So, but at least we know how this account is being created now. Okay, now let's continue further. And the similar way, we just need to check for contact also. Okay, then let's go here, stop the process. Finally, we should get the response here. As soon as an account gets created, an account ID will be returning. It will be returned, but okay, now I'll rerun the process once again. So when you rerun the process, since account IDs already exist, then it directly go further. Embedded message, nested connector call. Nested connector call return more than one document. Yeah, this is one more thing you need to make sure. What happened here is, get into here, because you have passed the argument from the file. For this one, this is only one account name. Based on that, we got only one account name lookup in that. But here, in case here the name got matched here. But since the name is matched and it retrieved the two records, this is the one and this is the another one. But for these two records, we have get two values will be getting. But what is the one value and the ultimate the two values should be compared to the one value. That is not possible, right? So always that's the reason you need to click on an operation and then query limit to only one, so that only whatever the matching was there, only it will be retrieved only one, not 7 plus. Whenever you are using a decision shape, you need to make sure query result should be only one. Okay, you can see always we go for the account exists is true. Now let's stop the process, and then what we need to do, then we need to check is there any contacts exist or not. If contact is exist, then we need to create a contact, else we need to update a contact. Okay, now let's go here, drag and drop branch. You are using this one branch. The first step it will be verifying whether account is there or not, and then it will be account if account is there, it will not perform any other action. If account is not there, then it will go ahead and create an account here. The second job, the second step, what we are doing, we are trying to creating an account. So again, we will use the we need to use the set property here. Why do we need to set property? First thing is we need to check whether contact is there or not. How the contact there or not will be I will identify. So always the contacts will be linked to account. So do we have any account ID information or contact ID information to pull out it? Which contact ID under which account ID? No. But if you want these details, first you need to get the account ID details. So for that account ID, I am just checking. I wanted to call this account ID before we are coming here, because we'll be having multiple documents in one, because we're grouping it. One document have the one record and the next document will be having the two records. So I wanted to split both the records here. The second branch, I wanted to split all the records. And then we need to check, actually we need to go. Before this one, we can go for contact query. As we create one more process for contact query, then we can configure that in decision. We have another process created in Salesforce accounts file. Similarly, what we can do, we can create one more process. Configure Salesforce. Okay, now we need to create a contact account plus. Now the import wizard. On next. Select the contact. See volume. Select query. Click on next. And take everything as a default. Click on next. Take everything as default. Click on finish. Leave it. In this operation once again. Okay, account ID as well. We now need to pass account ID as save on this valid. We can see some of 25 documents are there. Let's take one of the document. Let's consider this as example. Okay, one let's check here and this thing like but while creating a contact, See, each and every object when you create, automatically an ID will be created with the Salesforce. And apart from that, each and every time when you create an account ID will be created automatically. But when you are creating a contact or updating a contact, you should have when you're creating a contact, you should have account ID. If account ID is not mapped, it will be created as a default one. But once you map this account ID, this particular contact will be going and creating into under this account. Okay, first let's see what and all we can map it here. Go back here. I think don't need. You can directly put decision here. Copy, paste, delete. Check whether contact is exist or not. And how do we check the contact is? Last name or first name? Name. I think we can just check with the name if because we have this name. So the first name. First name or last name. So we can combine both the things with the space. We can combine both the things with space and then we can verify that one. This one change to that query. Make the same thing as 1 7 close. I think we need to because we don't have any input options we are getting because I did not add any parameters on the operation. So let me go ahead and add a parameter on here based on what you wanted to query. Add an expression, select an expression and select the field name. You wanted to set based on the name. Instead of equal to, even we can specify so many operators are there. Equal to, greater than, less than, in comma separated list, not in includes, excludes. Even you can specify like also. Like is maybe you can just think like starts with. So we have to map it here. And then profile element, we need to map. First thing is first name. And then space. Oh, I think we cannot directly put spaces or anywhere here. If need, we have to do an accumulation here. So we can just check it based on the first name. We are checking the first name. Then we need to change this one here. Change account name. First name. Then good. And then we are just checking whether account name is different or not. First name. Contest, save and run it. Click on here, monitor save execution. First we have mapped one of the elements from the first name. What is that element name? That element name was mapped it here. What was that element name? Element name was Edward. Let's see whether we have mapped properly or not. Yes, this is the first name we have mapped. So then this first name will be passing an input, passed as an input, and then this will be query. The query result would be a null value. And then we got the second from plot file is Edward. So null equal Edward false. So then it went fine. So when it went for second time, I think we have this contact information. First one we passed as a John, and it queried and it returned the value called John, and then same thing is there. So John was already their contact. Next go for card. This is also record was there. So total only one record was not there. John and John both are there. If you wanted to see complete details about those records there or not, then maybe you can go ahead and we can just run this process, and here we can just we already run this process, right? We can just this is other one, we go for third one. And this one. Otherwise we can directly set for this filter and we can run it again. You can see this one. First name is John, but we don't have the second name. You can see that second name was different, John Bond. But since we are checking only the first name, right? This is not correct. These are the different ones. This is Josh. This is also, you can see Jane, John and Gray. But here we have John and D. So because we should not check based on only the first fire name. So we have to check based on first name as well as the last name. Both the things are matched, then only we can map these fields. And what we can do is, the simple thing is we can add one more criteria here and we can directly check it here. Let's go here and then stop this process and then go for the contacts. Correct here. And then I'm adding one more filter here is let's rename it to first name, and then other name would be last. Okay, I just edited this operation to add one more filter. So since I added one more filter, I'm seeing the last name. The last name again will be mapping it from the profile label. So the what is the value to be written? I'll just put the contact ID. Even I can see what exactly it written that. If I can directly put account name to be written. Test and then because I changed the account ID, right? So always I need what will be my return parameters will be name. So this the name will not be matched here. So what I need to verify here is since the whatever the condition we are already doing, we are already checking the Salesforce query only because we are passing the same value. So for that what we can do here is we can directly check if it's really actually with this filtering criteria if any accounts are resulted, it means it will get the contact ID. If contact ID equal to not null, contact ID equal to not null, it means contacts are exist. If contacts are exist, it will go here. If contacts are not exist, it will go here. Let's click on save now. You can see that always the contacts was not exist. You can see first value we pass Edward and second parameter we pass the Makowski, Edward Makowski, yes we can see here. And then we could not able to return the contact ID for that. Second parameter would be null value, yes we are checking this value. So null not equal to false, yes its condition is false. Second thing is John and second parameter and last name, first name and last name we are querying from profile. First name is pass this one, second name is pass this one, and then because we got null value here, and then again this also false, and then this also false. Totally all the record meant for the false part. Then we need to see how we can create a contact here. So same steps whatever we done here. Only a thing is we just need to use the Salesforce connector here. Creating a contacts. Send contacts. Recording wizard. So Salesforce SuccessFactors, all application connectors will be the uh, creating and configuring an operation will be the same way. Looks like the same. So contact and then need to create it here. Take everything default. Finish. Count 7 plus Let's drag and drop the map configuration. Here we are getting the data in a flat file format. Another one we are now mapping the structure here. So we can map the directory to first name, to this first name, the first name here, last name to last name, and the email to email, title to title, map all these forms, map this to here. Take the map default as a home, but mobile phone as a phone. Then map the address details. Title you can just map solution, map you can do the same thing whatever we've done the concatenation of string here. City, suburb, and street. Map the description to description, department name, or you can leave all these fields. But the thing here is one more field called an account ID. For this account ID, how we can get the account ID? Account ID, we need to get an account ID under which account we wanted to map these fields. So for that one, we can use the connector here. Select the connector call here. Configure the Salesforce. I wanted to query it and then select the account query here. For this one, what is the input here? P is the name is input. What is the output you want to return? I want to return the output as ID. So what is the one you wanted to map it for connector call? The map company as a name. Sorry, not select the output as account ID. You can add. Once it's done, you will just go ahead and query the map the account ID. It means I wanted to show with this one. Even you can call a connector call from the inside a map using functions also. But this is not an efficient way because even you can sometimes you can call it. Whenever you have huge number of records to execute, each and every time you go ahead and connect to the Salesforce account and retrieve the object. Instead of that, what we can do, you can connect once and fetch all the details and then each and every time look up in the cache. So let's click on test now. You can see that all when click on this, you can see that here it means account ID was mapped here. And everything, you can just go ahead and see here. I have a different account ID now. So let's go ahead and see how we can see the contacts, and we refresh it here. Okay. Yes, you can see that under this Bhumi, we have one contact which gets created. Then you can see the more and all details here. Details would be here, phone number is mapped, mobile number is mapped, fax, email ID also mapped. Then we have mapped all the mailing address details, and title we mapped it, and account name. That's all we mapped it. No other. Like this, even you can map under the contacts, you can map each and everything, opportunities, cases, each and everything you can map it. So now let's go for the other accounts where we have created these are the other accounts we created. Let's see whether any accounts are there. You can see that under one account, it actually got two contacts got created here. Let's see this one. Okay. The reason would be one account has two things gets created here is maybe the value is not mapped here. Select this one. Okay, got it. Why we are getting that one is here we have only one account name will be there with the name called this one. Based on this query, we are querying the account ID, right, from the Salesforce. So when you are querying for second time, what we are getting? When you are query for second time, we make sure the result would be limited to only one. Remember here, inside this map, account contact create. We have make sure to create a only take only one result here. We have set already this option here. So when you query it, what happens? The query for the test company, by default you will be getting a first result only. So for the second and third record also, you got only the same contact ID, same account ID. So that is the reason it went and created all the accounts in the first test company itself. Ideally, this one account ID should go there and one account ID should go into the another company. The reason why it comes here is because of we restricted it to maximum number of results to be query results to be written as a one. So that's the reason it take only first element as one. This is how we can use application connector. We cannot say Salesforce connector. How we can use application connectors. Using this application connector, you can able to build all your process logic and Salesforce and success factors and everything will be same. The thing is maybe you just looking at from the application point of view, but as of now here, if I wanted to check whether for the confirmation how the accounts has been created, how the contacts has been created, I'll just log into Salesforce and then. But only thing is, checking from the application side will be different when you're using a different application connector and Boomi. But from Boomi perspective, there is no changes. Each and everything will be just piece of a connector. Doesn't matter whether you're connecting to a Salesforce, a SuccessFactor, a NetSuite, a Workday, or any like Marketo, but all these things are one connector, one piece of a connector for the movie. So only thing is you just need to understand how you can cross verify or how you can see the more details about this particular record in the application side. That's the only thing you need to understand. Other than that, but Boomi perspective, nothing you need to understand. Everything will be same. I think we done when now we have learned how we can use the Salesforce, how to work with Salesforce connector, and also how we can work, how we can group the records using the data process. Also, we have learned how to use the decision shape with connector calls, And also we have seen how we can use the map shapes with connector call.